Shalom, shalom. All right, this the brother Mawam coming back with another quick lesson. Before I get started, I want to give all praises, glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Harakapadash. Double honors to the apostles, great millstone who rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same and teaching the same. All right, I'm gonna be going over multiple topics. Great news, great news. Israel reportedly struck Russia. Okay, Israel reportedly struck Russia. Okay, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see. If more news, broadcasted. So we'll know if it's legit or not. According to Russian media and their response. Okay, and other legit news outlets. So we'll see. Excuse me. So we'll know, like, if multiple people is talking about it, different platforms and whatnot, and they're like, yeah, but I seen the post, and it seemed legit, but we'll still have to give it time, But I seen a post from Jeremiah, servant of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah page. All right, so yeah, Israel struck Russia. So we're gonna see. Lord willing is true. Lord willing is true, because the Lord is speeding up the times. Okay, the Lord is speeding up the times for the elect's sake. All right. So this Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Okay? So the Lord is speeding up prophecy. How is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah shortening the days? Not only is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah speeding up prophecy, but they're also speeding up time. Speeding up time, speeding up prophecies. Today went by fast as shit. Okay? Today went by fast as shit. All right? Which is a good thing, so it's escalating. All right, things are escalating. All right, and I'm gonna get another precept in here. Okay, this Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right. So we're hearing all these different wars, and we're hearing that it's going to affect, gas prices. It's going to bring, this war is leading up to World War III, the big one. And it's going to bring famine, hyperinflation, economic collapse, global economic collapse. Okay, it's going to bring a lot of shit, bloodshed, etc., etc. Okay? But World War III will not go nuclear. It will not go nuclear until the mark of the beast is made mandatory. After the mark of the beast, the RFID chip come to pass, all right, then the nuclear missiles is going to fly. Okay? For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places, and all these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay? Because these are signs of the end times. All right? Let's get another precept. So that's major news. All right? Isaiah 13:4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh of hosts, muster of the hosts of the battle. Okay, and we're literally watching the Lord, gather the nations for war, gather the heathen nations for war. Okay, let's get that. All right, hold on. Bear with me. It's over here. Here you go. So the Lord is gathering the heathen nations for war. So this is Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say, I'm strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen nations, and gather yourselves together round about. Hither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Okay? Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Okay? Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get ye down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Okay? Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. So Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to judge all these heathen nations in World War III. Beautiful. And don't forget the judgment, where about the Amalekites, okay? I'm going to get it after this one. Hold on. So it says Joel 3:2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people, for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. So for the people that's saying being the Israelite doesn't matter, yes, the fuck it does. All this is happening because the Lord is what? Avenging his chosen people. Everybody, all nations on the earth can't be the chosen. If God loved everybody, why is the Lord causing World War III? Why is the Lord bringing famine, civil war, etc., earthquakes, tsunamis, and just destroying people? Bringing all this judgment on the earth. Okay? But anyway, the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, is only going to save a small few elect chosen from the 12 tribes of Israel. All right? Romans 9:27. Okay? It says, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. Okay, so Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to judge all these nations. Okay, so it's no stopping it. Yes, everybody talking about it. Everybody trying to protest against going to war and sending their children to the draft, and they want peace. They hollering out peace and safety. You even got Edomites. You got Edomites against this war. The very same Edomites that voted for Trump, they're against this war and everything about it. Okay? And they trying to speak up. All right? But that's not going to stop World War III. And these type of decisions is going to lead to a civil war. A house divided cannot stand, but come to an end. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay? It was something else I wanted to tell you. Also for exercise, I want to get this precept too. It should pop up. I ain't got to. First Timothy 4:8. For bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is and of that which is to come. Right. But exercise does profit, it just profit little compared to the spirit, because what's more important is you spiritually and mentally, being healthy and like-minded with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. That's more important than being physically in shape and healthy. You got millions of people that's healthy and in shape, and they don't know the Lord. Complete atheists, worshiping a false god. All right. So exercise does profit. And I say that because I've been focusing on deadlift exercise, and there's a lot of great benefits for it, and just spreading the word on that. All right. So, and it's pretty much a full body exercise. All right. And it makes like daily tasks extremely more easier, and I know you probably got, certain brothers and sisters that was out there. You probably had a weak back or whatever, and you easily get injuries or, strain a muscle in your back. Deadlift help out with that, And of course, you're supposed to use skill and technique when you're picking up stuff, especially heavy stuff for those laborious jobs. Okay. But that's all. Deadlifts is a great exercise. But back to this lesson. All right. Let's go back. And I want to get Proverbs. No, 21. Slakia. I think it's 21. Here you go. And I want to get it in the NOT right quick. Make sure we're still rolling. Okay. Let's get Proverbs 21 in the NOT. Let's see. Proverbs 21 and 1 in the NLT. The king's heart is like a stream of water directed by the Lord Yahweh. He guides it wherever he pleases. You see? So people don't understand that. You Christians don't understand that. You Babylonians don't understand that. Y'all like, why would he make this terrible decision? Why would he make this asinine decision? Little do you know the Lord is controlling them. Okay? The Lord is making them go to war, mustering the host of the battle. Okay? And you can see that look of regret or shame, on the leadership face whenever they make a decision and it backfire. And they just had that that dumbfounded look. Why? Because what? The king's heart is like a stream of water directed by the Lord. He guides it wheresoever he pleases. Right? People may be right in their own eyes, but the Lord examines their heart. All right? And Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, controlling their mind. Working on the minds of these modern day kings. Presidents and whatnot. Even on the mind of the elites. See, the elites, the illuminated ones, all right, the ones that run the world, see, they think they outsmarting the Lord. They think they outsmarting humanity. They think they're outsmarting the Israelites. They really think they top they all at, you know? And the Lord is manipulating them. You know? Their new world order is going to bring about their end. That's what they don't understand. You trying to fulfill your new world order, you know, the Lord is just going you come into your destiny, which is destruction. Okay? So Lord willing, it was edifying. I got another sit down to do. I want to end it and give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Bahasham Arakakwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone who rule and teach well, and honors and salutations to the men of the Lord doing the same, teaching the same.